Welcome, 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 everybody. What's going on? What's up, Jaden? Hey, KK, how you doing today? Appreciate everybody coming by. What's everybody up to? What y'all up to? So what's up, folks? It's Saturday, day before 4th of July. What's everybody up to? Anybody up to anything good? It's a cool 84 degrees here in South Carolina. A cool 84 degrees, if you can believe that. Happy Saturday to you, KK. Just chilling out. I hear you. I hear you. Hey, Amazing Maisie. How you doing? Hey, Snooky. How you doing? How you doing? You had to go outside and look. I couldn't figure out what was going on. Hey, Roy. I had a whole bunch of cars lined up out here in the dirt road in front of my house. I couldn't figure out what was going on. And I went out on the front porch. They were all out there catching baby birds. They were all over in the dirt road. So they were picking them up and carrying them up and putting them in the yard, in my yard. So apparently there was a whole bunch of baby birds out there in the dirt road. So everybody was stopping and they were all catching baby birds and carrying them, putting them up in the front yard. So that was a little strange to look out and see all them vehicles parked out in front of the house. But that's what they were doing, catching baby birds, trying to save them from getting run over. So there you go. That was the second excitement. I'm doing a gig for another half hour, then back at it at 7 p.m. tonight. I hear you, Sonia. Did the rain stop? Hopefully the rain stopped for you. But yeah, we had the darn fire truck came through the dirt road before 7 o'clock this morning with the sirens going. Of course, I had the wild dogs going crazy out back. And now this afternoon, I had about 5 cars parked out in front of the house catching baby birds and putting them back in the yard. So I got double excitement today, one this morning and one this afternoon. That's the most excitement we've had out here in 20 years. Well, I can't say that. A few months ago, we had the fire. We had a fire like Sonyaville's. But yeah, big things happening out here on the dirt road, y'all. I need to start selling tickets on Saturday. Let people come out here and sit in the yard and wait and see what happens next. Charge $5 a person to sit out there. See what's going to happen next. Been raining here all day long. Not supposed to clear up till after midnight. I hear you, Maisie. It's been my computer says right now it's 84 degrees here, y'all, and it's sunny. But there's been a cool breeze all day. There's no humidity, which is totally unheard of for us this time of year. We always have horrible humidity. But it's just a flat 84 degrees with a cool breeze blowing and no humidity. So it's kind of weird weather for us this year. You know, we had in upper 90s back in April and the beginning of May, and then ever since then, we haven't had that many hot days. Not that many, a few every now and then, but nothing like normal. It's usually hot and humid every day this time of year. We just had a bad thunderstorm here. I'm under a pavilion, so it turned into a thunderstorm party. Ha! I've never been to a thunderstorm party, Sonia. Yeah, I've never been to a thunderstorm party. That's a first for me. Thunderstorm party. Wow. Thunderstorm party. That's unheard of. That's unheard of. I was watching a thing today, it was a 4 hour show about Princess Diana. I was watching that earlier today. That was a strange situation between her and the prince. Strange situation. That show was that story was on for 4 hours about them. It was different. Apparently, that royalty ain't all it's cracked up to be. Royalty was not what it's all cracked up to be. I played It's Raining Men. I hear you. Asamiko, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. But yeah, apparently that royalty's not what it's all cracked up to be, y'all. I guess he couldn't ever get over his old girlfriend, and she never could get used to him still having the girlfriend, and she couldn't get used to that royal lifestyle. And she ended up with a whole bunch of boyfriends. I did not know all that till today. She had a bunch of boyfriends. That kind of shed a different light on her, seeing all the stories about what was going on. That was a little different. Filipino. Well, welcome. Glad to have you here. Appreciate you stopping in. Sometimes we have several Filipinos in here. Hopefully, you don't get a nosebleed. Hopefully, you don't get no nosebleed. What part of the Philippines are you in? Where in the Philippines? But yeah, lots of excitement out here at the old homestead, y'all, out here in the country. Twice in one day. I'm trying to listen to some of your word I can't understand. Well, don't worry. Most people here in America can't understand my hillbilly language either. So don't feel bad. What's up, wicked witch of the west? Iloilo? You are from Iloilo. You are from the same place I think that Sunshine Cooper is from. Do you know Sunshine Cooper? I think she's from Iloilo. Iloilo. Sunshine Cooper. Here's the link if anybody wants to come up on the panel. Yes, because I'm not good in English. Well, maybe your nosebleed won't be too bad. Maybe you won't get too bad a nosebleed. Don't know him. Yep, she's got a YouTube channel called Sunshine Cooper. I'm pretty sure she's from Iloilo. We're glad to have you here. But have to stay muted. Well, what you gonna come up here and stay muted for, Sonia? Sonia had a thunderstorm party, y'all. A thunderstorm party. Yes, Sunshine Cooper. That is correct. Yes. Yeah, how about some thumbs up, guys? How about some people hitting that like button? Everybody forgets to hit the like button. I get 100 and something views on my live streams and I don't get 12, 13, 15 thumbs up. What's up with that? So, Tony Damien, are you okay from your crash on your broom last night? I tried to search afterwards because one in work. Okay. What's up, Eric Garcia? So, Tony Damien, are you okay from your crash on your broom last night? So, Sid made me do dishes. How much damage did you do to your broom in the crash last night? Because your nose start to bleed. I got you. I got you. No worries. I'm recovering, but feel really old. That's because you really are old. It's because you really are old, Tony Damon. I hate to be the one to tell you, but you're not a spring chicken no more. That spring chicken done flew the coop. I'm just saying. Is in the shop using a loaner broom for now. Well, be careful with that loaner. You're not used to flying the loaner. Don't crash the loaner too. Use it only in an emergency situation. Emergency situation only, Tony Damien. You'll be crashing the loaner broom. Then Sid will have to be paying to have it fixed too. Poor old Sid. I lose it in the parking lots at the grocery store. Yeah, you probably forget where you park it. You haven't trained your broom to whistle and it comes and picks you up yet, Tony Damien? What kind of witch are you that you haven't trained your broom when you whistle that it comes and picks you up? Hey, Nail Court, how you doing? Are you 57 years old? No, I am not. I'm older than that. And here's Snooky. Snooky's in the house. She's doing her DJing right now. She's having a thunderstorm party. I am not 57. Princess Witch. That is what kind? No, you're not. You're the Wicked Witch of the West. Wow, look at all that equipment. Wow, looked like it did rain a lot. Looked like it did rain a lot. Ooh, look at them clouds. Looks like it might rain again. Looks like it might rain again. Uh-oh, there's a dancer. There's a dancer picking them up and putting them down. Wow. She was doing some dancing. Uh-oh. Ooh. That boy needs to put a shirt on. He needs to put a shirt on. Does look like a nice place. That's a nice picnic area there at the pavilion. Oh, they got grills set up. They got grills for people too. Is that grills back there, Sonia? Probably. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They're all dancing now. You go, girls. Go, girls. Everybody doing the dancing. Go, ladies. Wow. They were getting their dance on. Yeah, it does look like it's going to storm up there, y'all. Tony Davis says, do they know they are on live stream? Well, there's one thing about it, Tony Damon. If they want to see themselves on the live stream, they're going to have to come and join my channel. Live from the great state of Texas. It is the Wicked Witch of the West. Tony Damien in the house.
Hello.
Sonia said, yes, Tony, they do.
Oh, so they was dancing for the audience.
And that dude need to put a shirt on. He was about to blind me. He was white.
I got Sid to let me have a union break so I could come up and say hello.
I hope he's paying you union wages.
He spent how many hours, babe? Vacuum sealing. I bought the big giant family packs of meat and he's breaking it all up and vacuum sealing everything. Hey, Jaden. I know I haven't live streamed in a minute.
What are you grilling on the grill tonight?
Fajitas and like Eckrich sausage.
What kind of sausage?
The Eckrich sausage, like smoked sausage.
Oh, smoked sausage. Why didn't you just say smoked sausage and say that big old fancy word?
Everyone calls it something different. I don't know.
Called smoked sausage.
Well, if you would have had a secret video camera in the parking lot yesterday at HEB, you would have had a good laugh watching me try to find my damn stupid loaner car. Ooh, she's going to get you copyrighted.
Trying to mute it. It won't mute.
Sonia, mute it.
Won't mute. I tried to mute it and it won't let me
Does Vermont have a Alexis this weekend or something?
Oh, I have no idea. Wonder why it won't let me mute it.
I don't know.
It normally will let me mute.
Yeah, I know. Hello, everybody. Thank you for the liking and the sharing, Arlene. Speaking
Arlene,
of that, I don't think I
talk
shared
to Arlene. Talk to Asamiko. Talk to Asamiko. I wonder why it wouldn't let me mute her. See, I can unmute you, or I can mute you, and I can mute me, but it wouldn't let me mute Sonia.
Still, that's crazy. Something's funny. Hey, Aurora.
There she comes. She's back now. She's got it muted now. Uh-oh, they're dancing again.
They're trying to live their best life this weekend. So the kids were popping fireworks last night.
Mm-hmm.
Already. And it's illegal here to have fireworks. So we'll see how that works out. But every year they send out emails and letters and all that about the fireworks. And every year there's a crap ton of them.
So how long did it take you to find your car?
About 20 minutes. And I had $350 in groceries in the damn cart. And it was so heavy, I'm like, trucking around the parking lot.
Well, you know, Tony Damien, you don't realize it, but you are getting up in age now. So you need to start figuring out, you park at least the row in front of the front door or the row on either side. That way, all you have to do is come straight out the door and go down beside the front row. And if it's on the row of either side, you'll still see your car.
I don't know how to explain how big this HEB is, but It's kind of the size of a Walmart. They have barbecue grills, lawn chairs. They sell toys and party supplies and all that. They don't have as, they do have a clothing department, but not as much as Walmart. But they have a little bit of everything. Big kitchen department, but it's the only place that has an open seafood counter right now. Like they shut the seafood counters down everywhere, and they're the only one that has an open seafood counter. And that's why I had to
Why?
go. During COVID, or I should have said the mess. Sorry, they closed down all the seafood counters and the meat, like where you go buy the fresh meat counter and you know, all those are closed down too.
Huh.
And then the Kroger's that does have one that's kind of sparsely opened. All they have is tilapia and shrimp. They don't have any crab legs or lobster tails, or don't have any of that. Hey, Madman Serpents.
That tilapia stinks when you cook it.
Well, it's farm raised fish. It ain't a natural fish.
Hey, Madman Serpents, what's up, my friend? Hadn't seen you in forever. What's up?
It has been a while, hasn't it? Did you get a new logo, Madman? Because that doesn't look like the same logo.
I haven't seen Madman Serpents. I mean, God.
Months.
This year.
Yeah, it might be.
But yeah, you talking about the seafood things. Nell says she loses her own car.
Yeah,
that's what I kept asking everybody about the all-you-can-eat buffets. But several people have said that they're back open again.
The ones I know that are opened are the employees have to serve, that you can't get your own. They don't want the people touch the silverware, the serving.
That defeats the whole purpose of having the all-you-can-eat buffet bar.
I understand, but that's the only way they could open back up. Driving in a bass storm. I know what he meant, but
be home in a while.
So Sid spent 3 hours vacuum sealing all this meat. We got it all in the freezer.
How much longer does that add to the meat, Sonia or Tony?
Well, from the stuff that they, the documentations, they said it could, be good over a year. But
I always wondered about that. I was going to buy one of those many years ago.
We love ours.
Well, back when I used to make money for a living, I used to buy big family packs of everything. And of course, buy the Ziploc freezer baggies. And then I'd write the date on it with the permanent marker and all that mess and everything. And I thought, well, shoot, I might as well buy one of them vacuum sealed things. And then I got to thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know how long it would last. But them dang freezer bags are expensive.
Yeah, they are. I had to restock on them yesterday. What are you eating? I'm hungry.
I'm serious. When I go to the store and I have to buy the gallon size and the quart size and all that stuff, that's a $75 trip down that aisle. When I go down that aisle,
I bought they had like all their paper, I call it, like all the stuff on that aisle, like the foil and the saran wrap and all the sandwich bags and paper plates. They had everything on a sale for the weekend for the holiday. So I stocked up. I got like 400 sandwich bags, and I had a box of the quart freezer bags.
So I do that too. And like I say, that tin full, that crap's
it is really high. Now. The cheapest place I found to get like all those kind of supplies is Aldi. The best product for the cheapest price. But I was already at HEB. I was not going to go to an Aldi after, to go get paper plates and stuff. I just said, let me just get it.
Well, the problem with tinfoil, here's my problem with tinfoil. Down at the grocery store down here, they only have 2 sizes. I need the one in the middle. The big one's too big and the little one's too little. I need the one in the middle that will cover a big bowl and do what it needs to do.
Yeah, that makes sense. But
I gave up on trying to use saran wrap. I gave up on that. That
Well,
cling wrap, I
yeah.
gave up.
I use like a lot of like glass Pyrex dishes and glass serving bowls that you can just, it sticks real good to that. So I use it for anything I'm using that's glass.
I can't
But
ever get it to tear. And if it
oh,
and when it does tear, it all wads up. And then you have to stand there and try to pull it apart. I gave up on it.
you're gonna have to be a little more patient.
But I
I like
use a lot of paper plates and I use a lot of plastic silverware here. And like I say, when I go down that aisle, getting everything that I need from the first part of the aisle to the end of the aisle, that's a $75 trip down that aisle.
that sounds about right. I got 178.5 inch and like 70 10 inch, and they were like less than $4 a piece. I mean, that was a really good deal. You bought two and you got them cheaper. I got two off $2 off of two. And the blueberries too. There's some blueberries, not the little container, but the bigger one. Did I throw it already?
I use a lot of paper bowls too.
Oh yeah, we don't use paper bowls much. I should have froze them. It's my fault.
Amazing said I use press and seal wrap.
Yeah, I use that a lot too, but I don't have any right now, but I usually do keep it on hand. That and parchment paper.
What the hell's parchment paper?
It's kind of like a wax paper, but it's not. It's for cooking.
Oh,
You can put it in the bottom of anything and throw it in the oven, and that stuff won't stick to the pan.
only time I use wax paper is when I make homemade biscuits.
Yeah, so parchment paper is just kind of a simpler version of wax paper, kind of is the best way to describe it.
Well, see, my thing is when I bake something in one of the dishes or in one of the pans, I always put a layer of tinfoil down. So I use a lot of tinfoil too.
Yeah. What I use like the parchment paper for a lot is like if Sid's gonna make one of them pizzas you throw in the oven, something like that. I'll use the parchment paper.
I ain't never seen that.
It's mostly people use it to like. Well, some people use it like if they're gonna wrap a sandwich or something. They'll wrap it up in some parchment paper, but it's mostly for cooking. You can put it in the bottom of your cake pan if you don't want your cake to stick and stuff like that.
You know, when I was a kid going to
Mhm.
school,
Yeah, why? We always talk about food. You need to keep up with our content over
that
here.
thumbs up. What now that I think about it, I remember as a kid, my mom or grandmother used to wrap my sandwiches up in wax paper to go in my lunch bag. I hadn't thought about that in years, but they sure did. They used to wrap my sandwich up in a wax paper. Wax paper used to be a big thing when I was a kid. Everybody used wax paper.
You hardly ever see wax paper anymore. You mostly see parchment paper.
Tinfoil put them out of business, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that stuff's worth its weight in gold. It's ridiculous. So I worked for Alcoa Fujikura. Went back when I was traveling splicing fiber many years ago. And
Hmm.
Alcoa bought Reynolds Wrap. Alcoa was a big aluminum company. And they bought Reynolds, all the aluminum side of Reynolds. So they had a market on it.
My grandma lived in a town up there in Oklahoma when I was growing up, and they had a big, like a mobile. It said mobile, but what they did was use part of that petroleum to make those candy wrappers, that kind of cellophane, but not really. Yeah, they would use that they would have that factory there, and they just made that candy wrapper material. Kept a lot of people in jobs over there. Kind of a small town. There was a wreck. Yeah, they ran into the water barrels. crap's going everywhere. Oh, look, they're having to get him out. I'm not rewinding it. He's watching NASCAR.
I use parchment paper when I bake cookies, Amazing Maisie says.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to grease the pan or anything.
I use Pam on everything.
Yeah, the spray.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
He went into it backwards. You want to say
I looked
hi?
out. The dog started barking right before my live stream started.
Mm-hmm.
I went out on the front porch to look, and there was 5 cars parked in the dirt road, and
Oh,
people
dang.
all over out in the dirt road.
What were they doing?
I couldn't figure out what they were doing, and then they kept walking up in the yard, and then they saw me. They were catching baby birds that were running in the dirt road and putting them up in the yard.
He's watching. What is it? This ain't NASCAR, is it?
Mm-hmm.
It is on a Saturday?
When I always have it.
I thought it was on Sunday.
Oh. What day?
Tomorrow's the Indy race, ain't it?
He said tomorrow's the Indy race, isn't it? He hadn't looked. He's gonna look now, though.
Y'all like watching air shows?
Do you like watching air shows, babe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Blue Angels and the other one are performing together. I think today, it's either today or tomorrow in Kansas City, Missouri. It's supposed to be on the Fox channel, I think.
Huh. The Blue Angels are supposed to be on Fox.
Blue Angels and the other one.
The Blue Angels and the other.
First time ever
Like,
they performed together.
oh, cool. I'll try to look that up.
I'm not going to watch them no more. They have a woman pilot.
Really? Sexist.
Yep. I ain't watching it no more.
Why are you being like that? What you got against women?
They shouldn't be flying jet airplanes.
Why not?
They should be at home cooking and cleaning, taking
Oh,
care of the
Lord.
babies.
All right, ladies, light him up in the comments.
Ricky Bobby, shake and bake, Eric Garcia says.
You're gonna get yelled at for all that mess. He said
Yeah, they
women
said
should not be flying jet airplanes.
Something about at the end, they were each going to combine.
And he said they need to be in the kitchen cooking and cleaning.
Yep.
Really? Well, go live with Hillbilly. Y'all two can go fishing together.
We did that for a month.
He said we did that for a month while I was at Club Med.
So did you hear from your sis today? Did she make it to Florida?
I don't know. When I talked to her yesterday, she wasn't sure when she was going.
Nell says I'm on her bad list now. Well, Nell, I was just saying what Vermont Paint would have said if he would have been here.
He's
I was trying
here,
to
listening.
make you feel like he was here. Well, she was supposed to call me back yesterday. She called me one time, and then she said she'd call me back in 30 minutes. And she come in the live stream, and I never got a call back. And then apparently sometime around 9 o'clock or a little after 9 o'clock last night, I guess she tried to call me. But I was asleep.
Already asleep before 9 o'clock? What the heck?
It was right at 9 o'clock. Tony Damien, I got up at 2:45 yesterday morning.
What the hell are you getting up for that early for?
I wake up.
For what?
I wake up. I don't sleep that much. I did sleep in this morning. I got up at 4:30.
I didn't sleep for crap last night, so we got up and I laid down on the couch and fell asleep. I'm like, I can't sleep in the bed, but I can sleep on the couch.
Well, it's probably from the excitement of you crashing your broom last night.
My leg was hurting. Maybe that's why.
Nell Court said it's a hillbilly thing. Well, yeah, Nell, because the women up home, they get out and work the fields and milk the cows and feed the chickens, and they cook and they clean and they wash and they take care of the kids. And if they have a baby, they squat down out in the field and they have the baby, and 10 minutes later they're back up hoeing the garden again and all that stuff. They ain't like women nowadays.
Lord have mercy. You don't want a wife, you want a slave.
Ain't no slave. That's what women did back in the day.
Thank God for modern times. I've been watching this Heartland. You know, there are 13 seasons of this show, and I'm only on the second season. The second season has 18 episodes.
I got Yellowstone recording. I started to go ahead and start watching it today, and I said no, because I'll get mad, because I'd be better off just recording it and then sitting down like next weekend and binge watching it. It's like 3 seasons worth of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, this one's 13 seasons, and it was said if you like Yellowstone, you'll like this show. And so far, I've really liked it. I kind of want to look at the 13th season and see what everybody looks like. If they, you know, because a lot of them, there's a lot of teenagers in it. And I don't know if they're really teenagers, but I'm not trying to look at the content to see what happens. I'm just trying to look and see if they same characters are in the 13th season as is in the first, second, third.
I still can't figure out when the new season of Outlander starts.
You ever watch Outlanders, babe? Why does that sound familiar?
If they would take out all the dirty stuff, they would be a lot better show.
That's where I heard about it. We were talking about that. They put all that.
Yeah, they don't have to do that. I mean, they're back in the British days and Scotland and British, and now they're in the New World in the United States, and the Revolutionary Wars just now starting when last season ended. But they got to put all that dirty stuff in there.
Yeah. I can do without all that. I usually mute it or turn the channel. I don't like to watch all that crap.
Well, I'll do that. I'll record it, and then I sit and fast forward all that mess. They don't need all that mess in there like that. You know, I could understand if it was once every now and then, but every show they got to put something in it, you know?
Yeah, I don't care for that kind of crap either.
I guess 6 people got mad at me. 6 people left the live stream.
Oh, well, I don't like the shows where people are being humiliated and stuff. Like, I'll fast forward through that crap too.
Well, see, my problem is now that I record stuff so I can fast forward through it. And then if there's something on I want to really watch, like right now, and it has commercials, it drives me absolutely crazy.
So you spoiled yourself.
Yeah, because even if you pause it and let it get ahead, and then you try to fast forward, this content commercials cannot be fast forwarded.
We're guilty of pausing shows and then fast forwarding through the commercials. We'll even do that like when we watch The Voice and stuff like that. We'll let it get a little ahead of us so that we can fast forward through the commercials.
I got an automatic DVR, Eric. I got it one of them Dish Network, DirecTV Genies or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stand to watch commercials.
He spoiled himself. He doesn't want to watch no commercials, babe.
Who is that? Bwizzle Aquatics?
Hey, Bwizzle Aquatics. How are you? Welcome to the live stream.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. But anymore, have you noticed if you're trying to watch a movie on a regular channel that has commercials, have you noticed that the commercials are longer than the part of the movie that they show? You know, they show like a minute of the movie and 2 minutes worth of commercials. Mm-hmm. A minute of the movie, 2 minutes worth of commercials. It's ridiculous. Thank you for the happy 4th of July. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Commercials are like watching the dang news. I ain't got no reason to watch either one of them.
Everything's okay over there. Welcome to the family, Whizzle. I just went over there and hit your red button.
And don't get me wrong, folks. I don't care what anybody's beliefs are or anything else. Okay. And I don't have nothing against gay couples. But have y'all noticed that the commercials on TV nowadays, like every other commercial, has gay men on it? I was a little surprised at that there's so much. I don't know. We've gone way over the edge, I think. Bravo, Real Housewife. Yeah, I don't want to watch Real Housewives.
There ain't nothing real about those housewives. Everything on them is fake.
Well, they got, one of the commercials I'm talking about, it shows them, they got, it's two gentlemen, African American guy and a white guy, and then they've got two kids, and then whatever the commercial is, it goes on, and then the last thing it shows the two men laying in the bed together. And I'm like, that's too much. I hear you crunch and munch.
Sid's
I wish
favorite.
I could eat it.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to have your teeth in for about 3 days.
Yeah, it's rough trying to eat peanuts and hard stuff with false teeth. I was watching a thing today. I did not know that the new medications they have now is basically stopping HIV. Have you seen that?
Mm-hmm. That it's making it like if you're, I guess, low enough to be undetected.
Yeah, I've been seeing that on the commercials. I did not know that. I was watching that thing about Freddie Mercury. Was it yesterday or last night? I guess it was. And in a lot of the commercials that were running in between the show, they were talking about that medicine that makes it basically undetectable anymore.
Mm-hmm. You ever watch Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah, I watched that. The first time I watched that, I was on the airplane when I went to the Philippines 2 years ago. But I watched it again the other week.
Yeah, this has been on cable lately. Good show. It's a good movie.
I don't know, Nell. It's been on there. Those commercials are on a lot now. And I've been seeing a lot of the commercials for that medicine for HIV. Like a lot. I've been seeing it.
I'm probably give up on this dang game. Making me mad.
I don't see a lot of gay women.
And you don't, right?
They show men all the time, but they don't show that many women. I don't get it.
Now that you mention it, that is true.
But anyway, Neil Court said it's educational. I hear you, Neil.
What are you cooking tonight?
I'm having leftover homemade chili and a peanut butter sandwich.
Chili and a peanut butter sandwich?
Absolutely.
Sometimes the crap you eat together, I wonder if you're pregnant.
They didn't serve you that in school when you were coming up through school?
Chili and peanut butter? No.
Every single time at school that we had chili or homemade vegetable soup, they served us a peanut butter sandwich with it.
Ugh. That don't sound like it goes together at all.
It does. It's delicious. Especially if you take your peanut butter sandwich and you dip it in your bowl of chili and get it all juicy and eat it.
You don't dip a peanut butter sandwich in chili. Babe.
Let's do.
He wants to
Whizzle Aquatic says, I love peanut butter and pickles. Me too, Whizzle Aquatics.
Sounds like that, really.
Sid said that sounds like you're gonna get a case of the runs.
No, you don't. It's good. I'm telling you.
We need extra roll of toilet paper and some heartburn pills. I'm gonna make some Mexican rice and then cook those fajitas on the Blackstone. I love that Blackstone. You go out there and cook, kitchen's clean still, and you're done cooking in like 5 minutes and you can make a whole bunch of food.
Eric Garcia says, Hillbilly, you dip cornbread on chili, not peanut butter sandwich. No,
I
no, no,
agree,
no, no.
Eric.
I crumble up cornbread in the bottom of the bowl and then fill my bowl full of homemade chili and cover it with cheddar cheese, and then I dip my peanut butter sandwich in it.
That's just nasty.
So how long is it taking y'all to figure out how to cook on your new grill?
Well, I had to do a little research on how to get it seasoned enough because the first time I did about 5 coats. You know, you got to season it like a cast iron skillet. But I finally got it enough where, you know, like you can make eggs and stuff on it without no oil. It doesn't stick.
Whizzle Aquatics. I don't like peanut. I haven't tried peanut butter and liver mush, but I like peanut butter and potted meat. Peanut butter and potted meat's good. And peanut butter, jelly, and ham sandwich is good.
Denied. That's gross.
See you, Eric. So, yeah, I figured it might take y'all a while to cook on one of them fancy grills. That's why I never liked gas. I never could get used to cooking on gas.
That's what I cook on in the house. When I made the steaks, the one and only time I've made steaks on it, I overcooked them a little bit. So I'm going to have to scale back because I didn't, you know, you got to get used to how quick it's cooking stuff. So they weren't,
You know, I was
well,
watching.
but they were.
I was watching a show this morning. They were grilling.
Ready, honey.
Did you know how you're supposed to tell how done hamburgers are on the grill? Do you know how to tell how done they are?
How?
You're supposed to take your finger and
Mush on
push
them.
in the middle and then fill around the edges. And the harder they get, the more well done they are in the middle.
Same thing with the steak. They say, you know, like this is medium rare, and you know, there's different parts of this part of your finger of your hand. How you feel how done they are. For steaks, that's how you're supposed to know how done they are.
Well, the hard part about a T-bone or a bone-in ribeye is the rest of the steak gets done a lot quicker than the meat up next to the bone. Have you ever noticed when you eat a T-bone steak, the closer you get to the bone, the redder the meat gets?
What's that side called that's on the other side of the bone?
We used to call it sweet meat. I don't know what the real
But
name
it's
is
the good
for it.
part, right?
Yeah.
I got some ribeyes. They had them on sale, like $3.97 a pound, which is for ribeye. That's a good price. And I got the medium cut, so they're not like the biggest, thickest ones, but
Damn, that's cheaper than hamburger meat.
it really, yeah. The HEB had like awesome sales this weekend for meat and stuff, just because I guess it was because of the holiday.
I can't tell.
Huh? Really? Sid's over here picking on me. He was unhappy with the total of the grocery bill yesterday.
Well, can you blame him?
Pick a
If you
side.
brought in a $300-something grocery bill to my house, I'd put you down the dirt road kicking rocks.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be that much. But
As a matter of fact, you wouldn't even got out of the grocery store because when you tried to use the debit card, it would have said declined.
Well, and I thought that it did because the system froze up. You know, you put your code in and it has a thing that says like approve amount. It wouldn't let me click the button. The whole machine froze up. She messed with it, and finally called the manager over, and they came over and did something, and it went through. But you know, you got $350 worth of groceries piled up in this cart and 5 people behind you in line. And you're just like, oh, dear Jesus. And I'm thinking, did Sid do something to my card? I was thinking it. Then when he called me on the phone. He's like, why didn't you call me back? And I was like, I was just thinking, I know he checked the bank and he's mad as hell. I was just like, but once we split up all that meat and put it all up, we got a ton of meals out of that. Our whole little chest freezer out in the garage is like, we couldn't put nothing else in it if we wanted to.
Well, good. I guess that means you don't need to go shopping for the next 2 or 3 months.
I don't know about 2 or 3 months, but it's going to be a minute before I need to or not. Because mostly I have to go for like drinks. Because Sid, you know, working out in this heat, I get him the zero sugar. It's kind of like the one specific one I've been looking for is so new, it's hard to find. I find the sugar one, but there's a zero version, and it's hard to find. But I found the store brand HEB had. It's kind of like a Gatorade or whatever, but instead of it says zero. It's like the zero sugar.
I can't afford that damn Gatorade.
No, that's why. I mean, this was the store brand, so it's a lot cheaper. But you got to keep him with something because he's like literally out there in this weather. But not to mention, they're in a big metal building where he's working right now. He's working at the shop, and then you know they got the doors open and what have you. They put them big industrial fans in there, but it ain't much to.
All it does is blow hot air.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Ooh.
You really shouldn't get that excited about people having an accident, Sid. You shouldn't really be getting excited about people wrecking their cars.
Well, you should have heard him laughing last night and got excited when you wrecked on your broom.
He better not have been laughing. Let me find out.
Unless they busting the flames.
He said you were what? He said you were laughing at me when I wrecked my broom yesterday. That true? He said when I wrecked my broom yesterday, you were laughing.
What broom? You don't use a broom.
He said I don't use a broom. He said
One
I
she
fly
flies around on.
The one I fly on, not the one that I use for the kitchen.
You mean that's what I said. You don't use the broom.
We know you don't use the one in the kitchen. It's still got the plastic wrap on it.
It ain't got no damn plastic wrap. Sid swept the kitchen plenty of times. He chooses to do that. And it's pointless for me to even try because if I try, he's just going to go behind me and do it again anyway.
That's because you don't do it right.
Whatever. You dip a stick with some thread on it and some yarn on the end into some soapy cleaning water, and then you rub it around on the floor. It's not rocket science.
Mont's leaving us running. Says he can't watch or hear. He said, I'm playing with Alexis.
I thought maybe he had the grandbaby this weekend.
It's crazy because you were at Club Med sweeping and mopping like a.
Then he has to keep throwing up that when I was at Club Med, they made me sweep and mop.
Like it killed you, didn't it?
I almost died twice.
How many times did you try to escape from having to mop?
There was no escape because a bunch of lazy people that were there didn't do their stuff. And nobody could use the phone or anything until everyone was done with their chores. So I just started doing other people's chores because it was like, I want to have my phone, call my husband.
Dang, you should have been charging them extra money.
Really, I cooked like so many times a week. I cooked a lot because, you know, they get people in there didn't even know how to boil an egg. And they want them to make bacon and eggs for breakfast by themselves. We had the fire department out there twice. People catching the damn bacon on fire because they don't let you fry anything on the top of the stove. You have to put it in the oven.
Bacon in the oven?
Mm-hmm. I make bacon in the oven when I do like a whole pack. It's good like that.
I ain't never heard of that in my life.
You spread some bacon on your cookie sheet with some foil on it so it's easy to clean up. Stick it in the oven at 400 for about 10 minutes, depending on how thick your bacon is. And you ain't got no grease splattered all over your stove. It's all just really fine and dandy.
Do you cover the top?
Nope.
I ain't never heard of that in my life. Bacon in the oven.
Yep. Bacon in the oven.
And we learn something new every day.
It's actually really good that way, and it's a lot less cleanup. You ain't got grease all over all over your kitchen. And you would think it would splatter in the oven and like catch fire or something, but it doesn't. So it's pretty cool.
You ever check the CDC website about the cases and the
I heard you
jabs
talking
and all
about
that?
it yesterday, and then I was reading something yesterday about the J&J, saying that it was effective against the new variant. It was effective against a severe disease or severe case, but that you needed a booster after 8 months.
Well, the cases are steady. This week that's going on now is the highest it's been in like 5 weeks. It's steady going up.
I think it's just going to get worse too because everybody's out thinking, oh, the world's back open, and they're all running around for 4th of July.
Well, nobody's getting the dang prevention.
There's a lot of people that are like, what do they call it, non-vaxxers or something. Have you ever watched the videos about the Karens?
Is that the ones that's got all them kids?
No, the Karens are like people who go in the grocery store and they tell them, for instance, to put on a mask, and they raise this big hole yelling and screaming, and the cops have to come and drag them out. But it is hysterical sometimes. They get these women caught, and I'm just thinking, don't you go back later and see that you're on the internet acting a damn fool? I'd be so embarrassed.
there's some of these at Walmart?
What?
Okay, Whizzle Aquatics. Appreciate it.
Give me that. Hillbilly. Look what he's looking at on Walmart.
Full beans. I need one of those.
He wants one too. You ain't got to pull over to go to the restroom.
When you get caught in traffic.
He said it's for when you get caught in traffic. Any sensible Houstonian should have one of those then. Because you're always stuck in traffic around here. You too, Bwizzle. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming by. I should have dropped his link, huh? He's just short of 200 family members right now.
Yeah, it beats the heck out of using a fast food cup in traffic.
A fast food cup.
And then forgetting that that's what's in the cup.
Ew. He said it beats going in a fast food cup on the way and then forgetting that you put it in the cup. Anybody wants to join his family there, his linky. That's a 26-second video.
Sonia says, okay, I'm back. Still got the link, Sonia. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, are you at the hour? Oh, yeah, I see. All right, I'll be here. Oh, crap. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Princess Witch Show. I might go live this evening now to see how I feel. If anybody's not busy, I may go live tonight. Depends on when I get done making supper. What's everybody doing for the 4th of July? You cooking, Carrie? What are you making? Some pineapples. So we were talking to one of our neighbors that does flower beds. So we possibly we are getting something done. We don't know exactly what we want yet, but we're going to do something to our front yard. Get a new walkway added because our driveway, like our cars fill it up. So you can't hardly walk. You can't get to the house without walking on our grass, which is a problem. It is a problem. You don't know yet? Sonia, what are you doing for the 4th? Are you working? Still like the gig, Sonia? Vermont, are you cooking for Thanksgiving? Gotta feed that grandbaby some 4th of July food.
You know Nicolas Cage?
Mm-hmm.
This is the new Nicolas Cage.
Get away from
See
me.
the face?
I see it. That's dumb. It's raining. What are y'all cooking for 4th of July, Sonia? I don't know, but I'm hungry. I ain't ate nothing but a sandwich today. Which is my fault because I was sleeping because I didn't sleep good last night. I needed a nap.
Why is it you are always either hungry or sleepy?
I don't know.
So did you hear me talking about the doctor yesterday?
Was it about the online appointments and the different doctors, how much they cost?
Well, I was talking about it. When I got my teeth, I had to go down here and they put me on the blood pressure medicine and the cholesterol medicine.
Right.
Well, I took the medicine that I was taking for my prostate when I went to this doctor. She's a nurse practitioner at the clinic down here in my town.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she told me to keep taking all my medicine.
Okay.
Well, when I saw my online doctor, which is a MD doctor, internal medicine doctor that works at the big hospital in Boston, he asked me how I was doing, and I told him the medicine she put me on. He said, "Hold on a minute." He said, "What did she put you on again?" And I told him. He said, "Oh my God." He said, "Stop taking your one prostate medicine." I said, "Why?" He said, when she gave you the blood pressure medicine, she should have told you that day not to take it anymore. He said, "You can be perfectly fine with perfect blood pressure." He said, "But any minute, my blood pressure could have dropped completely and passed out. I could be driving down the road and could have passed out."
Oh, goodness. That happened to me up in Dallas. I had two doctors. And you know how when you fill your prescriptions at the pharmacy, if there's two drugs that don't interact together, they'll tell you, you can't take this and this together. Well, this one doctor in Dallas, and I didn't have health insurance at that time, so I was paying, and he actually distributed the medicine itself in his clinic. So like you went in and paid for the appointment and your prescription, you got it right then and there at the doctor's office and not at the pharmacy. So there was nobody checking what my other doctor was giving me with what this doctor was giving me. and I was taking some medicine that didn't go together, had me sitting in the closet talking about monkeys wrapping Christmas presents. Completely out of my mind.
Well, the thing of it is, I got them filled at the same pharmacy.
Yeah, no, your pharmacist should have caught that.
But at different times. They fall, they're due different times of the month. So I don't ever get them all 4 filled at the same time.
But their computer system should see what else you take.
Should have kicked it out and said, hey, dummy, don't take this and this or something.
Yeah, that's what they're supposed to do. And that's why it got all messed up there when I was in Dallas. It was a hot mess.
He told me that I could only take my acid reflux medicine for 60 more days.
What do you take, Prilosec?
Yeah. He said if it's not better in 60 days, it hasn't been better in 20 years. But if it's not better in 60 days, then he's going to try to send me to a doctor to go down my throat.
Yeah, an endocrinologist, isn't that what it's called? But one thing about that acid reflux is to not eat, like 3 hours before you go to bed. Because when you eat like close to bedtime, that's when it's the worst. I have it real bad. I had it to the point where I woke up from a dream because I was having that reflux and I went like I sucked it in my lungs and I had pneumonia quick.
Well, see, that's what happens to me during the night, but I don't get pneumonia, but I wake up choking and I can't breathe. And I mean, I'm like literally just basically drowned in, I guess, is what I'm doing.
Yeah. I have to run
crap out of me.
I'll be running for the damn milk, almond milk, that is, in the fridge to try to help cool it down. I'll try eating bread, whatever. It's like, it's terrible.
Milk gives me heartburn.
Well, I don't drink much of it, but it tries to help my, cool my throat. But when I aspirate, like when I suck it into my lungs, it's awful. Your whole chest is on fire.
Yeah, I know. That's what wakes me up in the middle of the night. And I literally cannot. It seems like I go 10 minutes and don't breathe. I know it's just a couple of minutes, but it scares the crap out of me.
It does feel like a long time when something like that happens.
But I know what the worst thing for mine is smoking. That's one of the worst things you can do for acid reflux. He told me that and chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate will give you reflux. Too close to bedtime.
But yeah, I can't eat oranges. I can't eat pineapple. I can't eat bananas. Any of that stuff. It just absolutely kills me if I eat any of that. Banana gives me heartburn like you would not believe.
I ain't never heard of nobody getting heartburn from bananas before.
I do.
Well, leave it to you to be unique.
I'm just the opposite of my mom. Just the opposite of her. Everything that bothers her doesn't bother me, and everything that bothers me doesn't bother her because I blame her for it. She's been taking stuff for heartburn since I was born.
Yeah, fried food. So it would seem like it would have died down a little bit with, your change in diet.
It hasn't. Not one bit.
Well, that's not good.
He said also not chewing my food completely can cause it too.
Yeah, but you eat fork and knife, you say, so you should probably eat pretty slow. Sounds like you do like me. Like I have to get my plate. Like Sid, he'll stand at the kitchen counter and wolf down a meal. And I'm like, I need to sit down with my drink and my plate, and I eat slow.
Well, I used to eat like medium speed. Now I have to heat my dinner up like twice in the microwave because it gets cold because I'm eating so slow with these teeth now. Yeah, I do have my gallbladder, Sonia. I have everything. Everything except my tonsils and adenoids. Other than that, I have everything that I was born with.
I literally, the only thing left that they can take out and you can still survive is my appendix. And I was like, one of the other 15 surgeries I've had, you couldn't have went ahead and just took that thing out while you're in there.
Yeah, I still got mine. I know that was a big thing when I was a kid. Lots of kids I went to school with had to have their appendix taken out, but I've still got mine.
I don't have my gallbladder, had a hysterectomy. I've had so many surgeries. Had stomach surgery, had all kinds of stuff. I don't have a spleen. I don't have my tonsils either. My appendix is the only thing left, unless you want to run on wood and kidney, which I don't advise.
That might explain the problem with milk, high fat. I don't know.
Maybe
I
try
still-
almond milk.
I got everything. Maybe I might not should have everything because I haven't been to the doctor until this year and
So
33
whatever
years.
came of that letter you got from the VA?
Oh, I called and talked to them, and
They still think we're rich?
no, I have to go up there. I'm probably going up there. I'm going up there one day next week. They want me to set up an appointment, but I can't set up the appointment till I get my ID card. So I've got to go try to get in the hospital because you have to go through. It takes an act of Congress to get through the outside. They check your temperature and ask you all these questions. You have to sign forms and
Right.
you have to be on all this stuff just to get in the front door of the VA hospital. But I have to go in and get the
Yeah, the
ID
card.
card made, and then I need to talk to, it's called Means, the people about money, and they'll tell me what my copay is for doctor's appointments and medicine.
Well, I'm not going to say
I
the
don't-
VA is the best place to go, not because of their capability, but just because of their load, their workload. Takes forever to get to see certain kind of doctors, but it's better than being fully self-pay.
Yeah,
Give you a little bit of break so you can get some stuff checked out and,
yeah, just my medicine yesterday. I mean, I know it's not that much because people pay a lot more for medicine but my little medicine I got yesterday, one of them was supposed to be a 90-day supply, but they didn't have a 30-day supply. It was $70 for 3 prescriptions.
Have you tried that Good RX thing?
This place down here don't take it.
Oh,
See, my online doctor, I have a, through that company, I have a prescription card, but they don't take it.
Does Walmart take it? I know you don't want to
Yep.
drive to Walmart, but if you could get 90-day or do that mail to your house service where
That's what the VA will be.
Mhm.
Once I get into the VA system. But see, then when I go to the VA, once I get assigned a doctor, and then I wait the whatever amount of time I have to wait till they have an opening to get me into the doctor, then I'll have to try to explain to them what I'm taking and all that, and then they'll want to test me and do this and do that before they'll prescribe me the medication that I'm already on.
Yeah, you'll probably have to still see your internet doctor until you get all that set up so you don't have a gap in your medication.
Yeah,
But it
did you
is-
know if something happens to you and you pass away and you're in the VA system, that your family members are required to turn your unused medicine back in?
What?
Yep,
I have never heard that.
you sure do.
That's something.
They say Medicare, you're supposed to do it for Medicare too, but the VA will. Yeah, you're supposed to turn in all your medicine if somebody passes away. And if you're getting a VA check
Uh-huh.
or a Social Security check, and say you get your check today and you pass away tomorrow, they
Mhm.
take the money back out of your bank account.
Well, isn't that weird?
Yeah, what the weird part is, the VA probably gets your medicine back, and they put it back in the bin and Whatever medicine was in
else.
your bottle, they give it to somebody else.
Yeah, they're not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be destroyed, but
Dale said it's because people sell it.
especially if you're on some kind of like a pain pill or even some like I know there's a lot of people that want those
Oxycodone.
yeah, but also like the medicine for anxiety and stuff like that. The Adderall
Yeah.
for people that are ADHD and all that. People, you'd be amazed because I managed apartments, so I had.
AHS Gaming, Miss Southern Belle raid. Awesome. I was over at Miss Southern Belle today. Miss Southern Belle's giving us a raid.
Well, thank you much.
But what was I going to say? I was going to say something.
That I'm wonderful.
That was one of the problems that they figured out when this mess started.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the VA's medicine
Mm-hmm.
came from your favorite country. Hey, Treasure Woman.
Just because I buy sweetener from there does not make it my favorite country. Just so
Hey, Jeff
you know.
Crumpler. How you doing, my friend? Welcome, Raiders. Welcome,
Welcome, Raiders. Hello, Miss Southern Belle. Thank you so much for the raid.
Thank you, Miss Southern Belle. I was over on her live stream this morning.
When you talk to people that you meet off of YouTube, like say you talk to them on the phone for one reason or the other, do you call them by their screen name or their birth name or their government name or whatever you want to call it?
I usually call them by their screen name.
I do too.
I don't want to know their real names. That way they can't ever accuse me of
Doxing them.
Yeah, doxing them.
I can see where that might be a good idea. But it's like when I talk to SF Rose, I call her SF Rose, and then I feel kind of weird about it because I know good and well what her real name is, but I guess because I don't want to get in the habit of using her real name and then be online and accidentally
say her name. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Steph. How you doing? I hear you, Jeff Crumpler.
I have to reach out and ask her to see when she's going.
Yeah, when I talk to people, I normally call them by their whatever their screen name is.
Their YouTube name.
And see, that's my problem with Instagram. People will send me stuff on Instagram
with a different name.
And I have no idea who they are, so I don't answer, and then people get mad at me. Sonya, doxing is when you give somebody's real name and address, any of their private information.
That's why they also say not to use your birth name as your name on YouTube, but I was already using my name for so long that I, when I was trying to get monetized, I didn't. I thought it would be real confusing. Now I'm just lazy.
Doing well. This is Steph. I hope you are too, my friend. Remember that guy that was coming here from England, that Dr. John Smith?
Yeah.
I was in a live stream with him earlier.
Oh, wow.
He was on somebody else's live stream, and he's wanting to interview me on his channel.
Well, that's interesting.
I don't know about all that. I turned down that one guy. Remember that one guy that used to come in my live stream all the time until I got I fixed it to where he don't come here no more.
Yeah.
He was want me to be interviewed. I ain't got nothing to say on an interview.
Well, we're on here every day, so we've pretty much said what we have to say about ourselves already,
Yeah.
Pretty much everybody knows what we eat, what we don't eat, that you don't eat vegetables, that I like to cook. It's like, what else do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I know he's not a real Dr. Vermont. His channel name is The real Dr. John Smith. That's his channel name.
You're not a doctor either, Vermont.
I'm not a doctor, but I did stay at a Holiday Express a bunch of times in the last 20 years. Sleeping. Because you worked him too hard.
He did that to himself.
That's why I never sit in my recliner. If I sit in my recliner, I'm knocked out.
Exactly where he is, too.
I wake up and feel like crap.
It's usually after he eats, but we're marinating those fajitas. I didn't buy the ones already marinated like I usually do. I bought the seasoning to marinate them myself.
You know, that's something I buy at Walmart sometimes is those marinated pork loins. I actually like those.
Oh, the pork loins? Yeah, those are good. That would last
Mesquite
y'all a
and the
couple days.
garlic one.
I like the chicken too that's pre-seasoned in the bag called Southwest chicken. Oh my gosh, it's so delicious.
I don't know what brand my thing is, but I bought some of those grilled chicken that I can heat in the microwave. It's got garlic and all kinds of seasonings in it. It's pretty good.
I think it may have stopped raining enough for me to cook pretty soon. It's been raining here today.
That might have something to do with my acid reflux too, eating all that garlic.
Mm.
I put garlic seasoning on everything. Everything.
Yeah, I like garlic too.
I always heard garlic was good for you.
Well, I'm sure it is if you don't have acid reflux.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know.
Can't just eat anything in your old age.
I ate the same thing right now as I've ate since I left home.
Junk,
With
junk, and more junk.
secret stash of Brussels sprouts. No, I don't. I ain't eating no damn Brussels sprouts. I ain't eating none of that stuff. I don't know how y'all can stand to eat it. I mean,
Why?
the taste of them is horrible.
No, it's not. They're good.
Do you put cheese on your Brussels sprouts?
No, for Brussels sprouts, me personally, I like to cook them in bacon fat.
So you try to make it taste like bacon
Well, I mean,
because it tastes so bad by itself.
I wouldn't say that Brussels sprouts are my favorite vegetable. I mean, I don't mind them. I'll eat them, but I wouldn't go pick them on purpose. And if I do, I get the shaved Brussels sprouts. Christopher M. Clark Sr. Hello.
Do you eat acorn squash?
Me? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing right there. You fill it full of brown sugar and you put it full of butter and you put all this stuff in there, trying to cover up the nasty taste of that stuff. What's up, Muscle Man?
Hey, Muscle Man.
I love sprouts. This is Steph says. I love bacon too, Jeff. But I don't like them all them darn vegetable things. That's like everybody up home when they eat spinach and all that stuff. They fill it full of vinegar. So all you taste is the vinegar. Why do you eat something that you got to put all that nasty other stuff on it just to be able to eat it? And them collard greens make your house stink for a week if you cook collard greens.
If I cook broccoli, cauliflower, any of those kind of vegetables in my house, my husband cries the whole damn time I'm cooking them. It smells in here like sulfur. Smells like fart.
Yeah, it's nasty. Hey, Purple Tube, how you doing? This Steph said I had curry for dinner tonight.
I'm
Yeah,
not
them
a huge
collard
curry
greens
fan.
stink. I mean, it's terrible. So we used to have a thing up home, and I don't know. I don't know if it growed wild. I think they growed wild up home. They call them creasy greens. And my
Hmm.
granny used to make them. She'd pick them out in the yard, and she would fry them in uh, bacon grease. They call them creasy greens, but I think that was something that growed wild in the yard. I don't think they growed that in the garden.
I watch some homesteaders up there in Alaska, some of those channels, and they have all kinds of different greens and stuff that they eat up there.
Well, some parts up there, they pick something off of spruce trees and boil it and eat it.
Hmm.
I like Brussels sprouts and butter, Jeff Crumpler says. Oh my God, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh, did you see what Muscle Man said?
Yeah, I seen that. That's
That's
like
just nasty, Muscle Man.
celery. You know, you, people get celery and dip it in cheese or blue cheese and stuff like that. I don't like
Right.
celery. The only way I like celery is if it's chopped up in my tuna fish salad. Other than that, I don't like celery.
No, you don't eat it in stuffing?
No, I don't eat it in nothing. If I see something's got it in it, I pick it out. I do that a lot. You see me eat. You look at my plate. Half of my plate will be all the stuff that I pick out of the stuff that I don't like to eat. It goes to the other side of the plate.
What we have to do over here is like Sid doesn't like raw onion. Or he doesn't like chunky. Like if you get a salsa, he puts it in the blender and pours it back in the bottle. So he don't want no chunks in it.
You don't like the
But he likes
texture
the
of it.
flavor, doesn't like the texture. Yeah. Hey, treasure woman. And this is Steph.
See,
That's
I
some
don't
new
like
names.
homemade stuffing. I like stovetop stuffing, but to
Mm-hmm.
eat real homemade stuffing like they used to make when I was a kid, that
With
stuff
the,
tastes nasty.
with the giblets and all that.
Yes, that ain't happening.
My grandma used to make giblet gravy every holiday.
I hear you now.
Every
I don't even buy a turkey that's got that in it. I'll buy nothing but the turkey breast because I ain't buying a turkey because I ain't sticking my hand up there and pulling that bag of that crap out.
Oh, we make turkey when we make a turkey breast. It's just because it's just me and Sid, and there ain't enough people to eat it before it goes bad.
I don't eat dark meat.
You just picky as all hell.
Are turnips the red things that taste like dirt? I don't think I've ever seen a red turnip. Now radishes are red. Radishes are red and grow in the dirt like a carrot. Believe it or not, I actually like radishes.
It figures. Spicy, licoricey taste. But you know what? If you fry them, they're sweet. Fry them up
Radishes
like a
are.
potato. You fry them up like a potato, they turn sweet.
I used to like beets too when I was a kid,
Oh yeah, I don't
but
mind
now
beets.
the look at it, it makes me kind of sick to my stomach because it looks like cranberry sauce, and that's the nastiest
And you
thing
don't
that's
like
been made.
you like rhubarb?
No, I used to have to eat rhubarb pies when I was a kid. That's nasty.
My
Ugh.
grandma used to make the best. My grandma on my dad's mom. My other grandma's the one that taught me most of how to cook. Um, one grandma was classically trained, and one grandma was country. So I had both worlds. One taught me what silverware you're supposed to use and how to set a proper table, and the other one taught me how to make milk gravy.
Oh, I can make good gravy. But
Oh, me
that
too.
darn rhubarb pie, you got to put 10 pounds of sugar in it to try to cover up the nasty taste of that stringy rhubarb.
It's because it's the texture of celery is why you don't like it.
Jeff Crumpler, I do not like ranch dressing, brother. I do
He
not like
doesn't
ranch
like
dressing.
most things.
Beetroot
I
cake
got
is nice.
I got a big old pork butt yesterday when I was shopping there at HEB, and we cut it into 3 big chunks because we can't eat a whole one.
Muscle Man says pork is fake steak. That coming from a man that eats anything.
For
I mean,
real.
like anything. But he don't like pork. Yeah, ranch dressing reminds me of buttermilk, and I ain't eating it, and
You're
I ain't
such a
drinking buttermilk
foodie.
either. They made
You
me
are.
drink buttermilk when I was a kid, and it's nasty.
Oh my goodness, you're so damaged from what you had to eat when you were a kid.
Well, yeah, when it doesn't even come from the grocery store, they used to make it. It's like our cow's milk. It comes straight from the cow, and I have to milk the cow and pour it through the cheesecloth into a bucket and put it in the refrigerator to try to cool it off. It tastes like crap.
Giblets. I don't know if you should eat anything named giblets.
Treasure woman, me neither. I'll drink chocolate milk. And the only time I drink chocolate milk is
Big
when I'm eating a
baby.
peanut butter and Ritz crackers. This is Steph says pulled pork is delicious. I love pork.
Yeah, in my Ninja Foodie, when you use a pressure cooker, it makes the best pulled pork. And also, I make the barbecue sandwiches, the shredded beef, chopped beef sandwich. I want to make me a big au jus sandwich. Is what I want to make, but Sid wants fajitas. You like au jus?
Talking about that stuff you dip your sandwich in?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's nasty.
Why?
It's like dipping. It's like dipping in blood.
You are just a. Oh, you're such a baby.
That's what that's like taking a roast beef sandwich and dipping it in a cup of blood or something.
Oh my gosh, it's delicious, especially if you've got a big crusty bread and it all. Mm-hmm. That's
Why would I
pure.
do all that when I can just throw Duke's mayonnaise on my sandwich and I ain't got to worry about dipping it in blood?
I almost called you 911 yesterday because I had to buy mayonnaise and I couldn't find the Duke's mayonnaise. And finally, they had, because it was the weekend, everybody's buying all the condiments up. I found the squeeze bottle of Duke's mayonnaise. I
I
was
keep
starting to
one.
have a heart attack.
I keep one in the refrigerator and 4 in the cabinet as backup. And when I take one out of the cabinet and put it in the refrigerator, I buy another one at the grocery store and put it in the back of the stack in the cabinet.
Rotating your stuff. I bought a lot of stuff I bought yesterday to put in my hurricane storage kit. A lot of these preppers are prepping, for other reasons, but I like to keep stuff because, we get that weather over here and everybody acts like they lost their damn mind.
It's like here, they call for a 1/4 inch of snow and the grocery store's empty. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
here,
I'm talking about, Jeff. That strawberry rhubarb pie, dude, I cannot eat it. I used to have to eat it when I was a kid. I don't eat it no more.
that's a lot of reason why Sid doesn't eat a lot of things. Like they forced him to eat spinach, like the cooked, not like in a salad, but like the cooked slimy spinach. And
That's me. I used to have to eat slimy okra and slimy squash and all that stuff. I ain't eating it. Stuff.
that's what
Ugh.
ruined him.
My grandma and them, they used to stew everything. Everything was stewed. It's nasty. Ugh.
You're such a baby. Such a baby.
I got to where I don't even like fried green tomatoes.
Maters.
Yeah, I don't like them no
I
more.
ate a whole bottle of mayonnaise. Yuck.
Fried green tomatoes got to where they taste like squash to me, and I can't stand the taste of it.
I'm probably going to make a pineapple upside down cake.
Ooh, I
This
used to
weekend.
love those.
Because the Duncan Hines Deluxe cake mixes, they have a pineapple cake. And you just put your pineapple rings down there with some butter and brown sugar. And then you pour the cake mix on top and bake it. And I put the little maraschino cherries in the middle of the pineapples and then just flip it over when it's done. And it's, I make them homemade before, but that's, a shortcut.
That's something I
Get
don't
one
like
done real
either, Jeff.
fast.
Blue cheese dressing. I can't stand blue cheese dressing.
Ooh, no, I can't. It smells like spoiled milk but can't do it.
You need
And
to
I'm
make
pretty open palate.
you need to make my coconut cake. I'm telling you, it's the best coconut cake that you'll ever put in your mouth.
You have a recipe for it?
Yeah, you get what is that? One of them 9 by something or 8 by something cake pans.
The round ones or the square ones?
Square one, not square, but they're longer than they are wider. Whatever that is.
Okay. Gotcha. The rectangle pans, yeah. 9 by
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, something like that. You want your cake mix to be about this thick. Okay? Whatever size pan it is. I don't remember what the size is. But you bake your cake. You take it out and you let it cool for about 15 minutes.
Okay.
You take a toothpick and you poke holes all over in it. All right? And while your cake's baking, you buy 3 real coconuts. You take a hammer and a screwdriver and you hammer in the little hole on the coconut and you strain the coconut milk. Now, when you first do it, don't strain it into your big pan. You need to taste the coconut milk, make sure it's not spoiled. But you strain 3 coconuts through a strainer into the bowl. And you take that bowl and you easily pour those 3 coconuts juice and they go down in the holes of the cake. All right. You let that sit for about 10 minutes. And then you take a can of that Borden sweet cream or Eagle
Condensed
brand
milk.
cream. Yeah, condensed milk.
The sweetened condensed milk. Yeah.
Yep. All right. And then you pour that. It usually takes 2 cans, but you don't have to use both of them if you think it's too thick. And you pour that on top of it. All right. You let that sit for about 5 or 10 minutes. Then you take Cool Whip and you cover the whole thing in about a half an inch of Cool Whip. Then you take the frozen packs of coconut, not the ones that you don't leave it in the freezer. You put it in the refrigerator before you do all this and let it thaw. And you sprinkle it very lightly. You don't want to put too much, just enough to cover all the Cool Whip. You put it in the refrigerator, and about 2 hours later, you cut you a big old piece of it. It'll be the best piece of coconut cake you ever put in your mouth.
I think you need to do some cooking videos, Hillbilly.
Ooh, I ain't doing all that. Because I don't measure nothing. I put a pinch of this,
Yeah,
a
and
pinch of that, and
when people get so finicky, because if I do like a recipe or say I cook something and I'm just like, you add some cayenne pepper, some chili powder, some garlic powder, onion powder, And if you don't put the whole list of ingredients and the measurements in the description box, people have a dang fit.
Yep.
Then I told you about that lady cussing me out about my damn trash can having a sticker on it. Like, why do you care about my trash can? What difference does that make? You're not supposed to watch my trash can. You're supposed to be looking at what I'm cooking.
Well, then you get people that judge you about what your kitchen looks like.
Well,
Kind of
I'm
like
kind
you
of worried
having
about that one.
having $20,000 worth of appliances in your kitchen.
I was fixing to say, let them judge me on my kitchen. I dare them to say something.
Yeah,
I cook a lot, and I use them.
I don't measure hardly nothing. I do everything. You know, I actually basically make something by taste. Everybody, see, that's why I wouldn't do a cooking video. Because if I'm making something and I add stuff to it, like the broth or something, I'll taste the broth as I'm cooking. And everybody's like, oh my God, he's sticking a spoon in there and tasting the broth. Well, so what? It's cooking, on the darn stove.
Yeah. Yes, Carrie, my trash can. And you'll get the most random comments about something that has nothing to do with your video. The shirt you're wearing, something in the background, you got a pack of, some kind of pack of bottled waters or something. Someone will come in talking about the plastic polluting the universe. And you know what I mean? It's like your video is about making chicken and dumplings, but they happen to see something that they don't like in the background, and they got an opinion about you're using paper plates or you're using plastic water bottles, or they got a comment about everything sometimes, and that's pretty discouraging at some occasions.
Yeah, that's why I don't do none of that stuff, because I get enough hate emails and Instagrams and Twitters as it is now, just sitting here doing what I do on my live streams.
What are they hating on you for?
Things I talk about, how boring I am and how dumb I am, and I need to learn to
Who
speak
says that?
English. I get all kinds of stuff like that.
Let me find out.
Most of the time they make
Just
fun of the way
forward
I
them
talk.
on over.
A lot of times they'll put comments on my videos, but y'all don't see them because I delete them afterwards. Before anybody, because nobody goes back and looks at the comments after my live streams end. I have to go back to my live streams a lot of times and delete a bunch of comments that people make.
Yeah, I have a bunch of videos recorded. I just haven't taken the time to get them edited and put them up.
I was going to ask you something. I forgot what I was going to ask you.
Yes, you can send me $100 million.
No, that wasn't it.
Darn it. I tried. Can't blame a girl for trying.
Dang, I can't believe what it is. I was going to ask you something. I can't remember what I was going to ask you.
Because it was a lie. Oh, Lord.
Well,
You
I don't remember what
guys
it is
just
now.
staying home? Staying home tomorrow?
Ain't doing nothing. I'm not leaving the house.
Yeah, I don't like going out when it's a weekend either, or with a holiday, because everybody be drinking and driving and stuff. I can't.
That's exactly right. Out here in the country where I live, these people go plumb fool. Well, thank you. This is Steph. I try to act like I'm not nice, but I'm so sweet, nice, innocent, naive.
OMG.
It just comes out.
Gary, go get our boots. Go ahead and get our boots out. He's going to go at it again.
Yeah, these people out here go fool on the holidays. They'll be, especially out here on the dirt road, they'll be out here flying and running into ditches on purpose in their four-wheel drive trucks, and it's just a stinking mess.
And they get up to go to work around Tuesday morning, and the truck's all wrecked, and they're like, what the hell?
Yep. And they set up roadblock. The cops set up roadblocks out here all the time too. So then you have to sit through all that to try to get through the roadblock. Hey, Daggin Hills,
Yeah.
what's up, buddy?
Hey, Daggin Hills, how are you?
And even if you hadn't been drinking, you're like, oh shit, where's my registration card? Where's my insurance card? Where's my driver's license?
We don't have to carry none of that. We don't have to carry none of that here no more. It's all on their computers now. They can run it from your license plate.
Vermont said, I'm back. I was outside jumping in.
Well, I would have to because I'm on a loan.
Jumping in puddles with a nanny.
We're going to do a cooking competition.
Do a cooking collaboration. There he goes using them big old words again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 letters in that. He could have just said, do a cooking video together. He used them big fancy words. Well, do you have a Alexa in your house, Vermont? I bet that thing goes crazy when your granddaughter's there.
Good point.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Daggin Hills. Sorry to hear that, buddy.
Aw, that's terrible.
Speaking of which, Tony Damon, have you seen Premiere Hell on YouTube lately?
Mm-mm.
I haven't.
Have
either.
you?
Nope.
Let me look at his Instagram. Usually that's how I know he's okay.
Yes, my son does. It's funny as heck, Vermont says. I bet that is funny. If with Alexis there, and you got an Alexa. I hear you, Miss Nell.
Well, the last post on his Instagram was September of 2020.
See, that worries me if something happened to him or not.
Let me look on YouTube real quick.
State of mind he was in. I hope he didn't do something crazy.
Damn, I didn't know that was his real name.
Now, he used to call me all the time, and I haven't heard nothing from him.
I don't see his channel. Oh, here's his channel. I was like, what the heck? 2 months ago was his last time on YouTube.
So he was on YouTube?
2 months ago.
Huh.
He might have been at some other point live and then deleted it. I mean, it could be possible, but what I see right now is the last thing was some kittens on 2 months ago.
I hear you, Daggin Hill. Neil said, I have fabulous news. First time for everything. I got booted out of a group this week. I hear you, Neil.
Well, that's always fun.
Vermont said there's nothing new in his Discord.
Well, that's concerning. I might try to call him on Instagram and see.
I think I still got his phone number. I think I got his phone number saved in my phone. I just didn't want to call him because, you know, he was having such problems. I didn't want to call him. Yeah, that's him, Daggin Hills. Yeah, he went from one of the most popular people I mean, he was very popular there for a while, and everybody went to him for computer issues.
Oh yeah.
And he knew somebody that worked at YouTube. So if you needed a question about YouTube, he had somebody he could actually call and talk to that worked at YouTube. Yep, he's the one that
Yeah.
had the cat head. He's the original cat head. A lot of people
The,
nowadays
the
use it,
talking
but he was
kitty.
the original.
He's the talking kitty.
He's the one that used to pass out during his live stream.
Yes, he did. I'd wake up in the morning and he's still on, and I'm like, what? And you see his feet up in the air, snoring.
Well, he hooked up with that Bryce from New Zealand. Remember Bryce? And
Vaguely.
when he would fall asleep, Bryce would be running his live stream all night long because of the time difference. And then Premier would get up and Bryce would still be running his live stream. I use the word sexual in regards to warning people to report photos of bathroom stalls on selling platforms. Wow. Dagnall says GLM did that. She was snoring. He used to too. He'd be snoring up a storm.
Yep, you'd hear him.
I hadn't seen her in a couple of weeks, Dagnall, since I saw y'all that one day. I hadn't seen GLM.
This is what you wanted. You wanted the race to be on the main track, but she was still the longest price of the board. How confident were you coming in? We're used to it. I mean, look, you got a lot of respect when Jack Brown's another.
Jeff, you probably need to get a hold of Tony Damien or Vermont Paint about YouTube stuff. I figured my way through it, but I couldn't tell you how I did it. Everybody asked me, well, how you do this? I don't know. Trial and error. I found out how to do things.
We went from NASCAR to horse racing. I don't know what goes on in this house.
Are you going to be doing a rain dance every time she goes out from now on?
I just read his community tab. He's still out there. Okay.
Well, I don't get no notifications or no nothing about him.
I didn't even think of his community tab. Oh, yeah. He said happy. Oh, damn. Well, he not only just out there, he's doing good. He's eating crab legs. Steak and crab legs.
Well, see, I don't want this to sound the wrong way, but I kind of stayed away from there because of the phone calls I was getting. It kind of got weird. So I just like to ask if anybody's seen him out there. I worry about him, but I tried this when that stuff was going on with his kids and all that. I just had to back away. It was getting,
yeah,
that was out of my league.
Yeah, I mean, it just his train of thought at that point was a little disturbing, a little, sad, so to speak. I don't want to say disturbing, but
Well, yeah, that water issue, when that water issue happened and all that, I was like,
yeah,
dude, what the hell?
yeah, that turned into a big thing, which should have been nothing. I mean, any rational person at that juncture would have calmed down and just, handled it. But he's a good person. He's just going through some things. So hopefully he gets everything straightened out.
Well, that's exactly right. And that's, it happens to a lot of people. I tell a lot of people all the time, you don't know what's going on chemically inside people's brains.
They can
know
sit
that
up here on camera all day long and look completely fine. And the next day you're seeing on, stories about either something bad happening to them or them doing something to themselves or.
Well, it's like real world, as long as people are on the right medication and their medication's working, they're fine. But if the medication stops working, bad things happen to good people.
People start feeling better when they get stable on medication and they think they don't need it no more because they feel better. But the problem is you only feel better because the medication's working.
That's right.
There's not enough people talk about it.
That's that favorite saying. I'm tired of taking all this medicine. I'm tired of taking all this medicine. Like, dude,
I'm
taking
tired of
all
my
that
mental health.
medicine is what's keeping you where you're at insane.
Yeah, there's
I don't,
I know a lot of people that, that they'll get better on the medication and then they think they don't need it no more.
Daggin Hill, she was on her phone at 10 o'clock last night, and I could hear her from the other end of the house all the way into this end of the house at my bedroom. Her talking on that phone so loud at 10 o'clock last night.
Did you hide her phone?
No, I have to fix it all the time. She gets on there.
Oh, I didn't tell you what Sid did to me.
What?
He hid my ring so I would think I had lost it
That's
again.
funny.
That is
That's
not
good.
funny. I
That's
was
not
like, you let
something
me
I
go
would
2
do.
days with my heart, my gut just in a damn knot.
Thinking that you lost them.
I did. I was
That's
like,
funny.
that's not funny.
How am I going to tell Sid that I've lost my new rings again?
Stop it. You hush yourself, Vermont. Pick a side.
I hear you, Daggin Hills.
Hold on. Okay, I have a funny story. I had to ask his permission if I could tell y'all. So Sid went on this app for our toll road authority here in this area. And he didn't realize it, but he was ordering a new tag by accident, not just linking his tag to the app. And so he was like, I keep getting these emails from Norplay. And he kept going on about Norplay kept emailing him and he didn't want it. And they charged him $20. Norplay charged him $20. And he was all mad. And he's like, I keep getting these emails from Norplay. And I'm like, who the hell is Norplay? Harris County Toll Road Authority is CT, whatever. And I'm like, let me see. So he turns the phone around and he shows me this Norplay that keeps emailing him. Do you know who it was?
Oh,
You ever get any emails to yourself that says Norplay at something.com?
no reply?
Yes. I laughed so hard I was dying. I'm like, who the
Wow.
hell is Norplay?
I was like, man, I need to separate them damn words.
He's like, I need a space in there because they need to put a space between no and reply. I was dying. I'm like, well,
Daggin Hill says no reply. Vermont
Exactly.
says no reply.
so I said, go to work and tell everybody in the break room the story about Norplay. And the one who's not laughing thought the same damn thing you're thinking. He starts looking back through his emails and he's like, damn, I got a ton of these Norplay emails.
Well, now I can understand why he's a Cowboys fan. It all makes sense now.
Oh, you were wrong for that. He said now he understands why you're a Cowboys fan. No business.
You need to get a hold of Big Simple 422 and make a bet.
Daggin Hill says that's why you have an IQ test. That's an IQ test. No reply. The one where the break in the word is. Norplay. I laugh so hard. Oh my God.
Look like I got one for the light bill.
And he's like, I got a Norplay emailed me about the light bill and about the toll road. And he didn't realize that after the at was a different website. This is it took me about a month to get it through to him what a CC and a BCC was on an email. He couldn't get it for his life. So he'd call me. So if I put BCC, that means that nobody else knows who I emailed it to, right? I'm like, yes. And he's like, if I CC, then they can reply all. I said, they can reply all on either one. They just won't know who they're reply alling to.
Well, have you taught him how to do automatic read request?
Oh, yeah, I don't like those. Read receipts. Thank you, Jeff. We're hardcore Cowboys fans over here.
Big Simple 422 says Washington Redskins are going to beat Dallas to death and that Washington's going to win the division.
Who's going to beat us?
Washington Redskins.
Who? I don't know who the Washington Redskins are.
Oh, that's right. They're not the Redskins no more. It's the Washington football team.
That's the
CC
dumbest
Pizza.
thing ever. Like, who is CC? Yes, and I have seen Sid in a tutu. Oh, Daggin Hills. IQ means intelligence, like competence or quotance, or it's something with a QU, but I'm not sure what the word is.
Fancy word. Night, Steph. Thank you so much for coming by.
They don't do my IQ test. They would be giving me an offer for Mensa. So smart.
Yeah, like that little 4-year-old that scored like 160 or some crazy thing at 4 years old.
Mm-hmm. It's not Washington State though, Daggin Hills. It's Washington D.C.
IQ stands for Insta Quit.
Dumb Vermont.
I'm gonna take a shower. Let me know if North Bay calls me.
Oh, okay, I got it. Huh?
I'm gonna take a shower. Let me know if North Bay calls me.
Okay, I will let you know if you get a BCC from Norplay.
You better act.
I'm gonna at you in a minute. Go take a shower, nasty.
Well, you know, I got a problem with that IQ test thing. Now, for all you normal people, they should give y'all one test, but hillbillies like me should get a different test.
So wait, say that again.
I said, I have a problem with those IQ tests. It's racist against hillbillies.
Oh, Lord.
All you people should answer questions for regular people, and hillbillies should answer hillbilly questions.
So what would be an appropriate hillbilly question? How do I brew moonshine in the woods?
Yeah, or what do you call where somebody lives? Up the holler.
In the holler. Over yonder.
What do you call people that are related to you? Branch kin.
What do you say when you want someone to repeat themselves? Huh?
Next, they'll ban the name Patriots, Daggin Hills said. That's coming, Daggin Hills.
I don't think I authorized the tasting of my beverage, sir. This is the best. The best. Dr. Pepper cream soda.
Ooh, God, I can't stand cream soda.
Oh, my God. You can't stand anything.
I had to drink cream soda when I was a kid. I can't stand cream soda.
Your childhood must have been something else.
That's why I turned out the way I turned out.
Mean, ornery.
It was rough being me as a kid.
My childhood was pretty rugged in itself, in different ways. I have a girl that worked for me. You know, like her and her sisters and all of them, all blonde hair, blue eyed, all married. their college sweethearts, you know, all they had their friends that were all couples and they all had kids at the same time. And she would come to work, you know, talking about her normal life. And I'm like, what channel did y'all watch on TV? Because I don't know anybody that there ain't nobody's parents in their family divorced. Ain't none of the sisters. Nobody's divorced. You know, it's just, I mean, you just don't see it anymore. The whole damn family is just too normal. Well, whatever normal is anymore, I don't think. Man's a bunch of old kids over yonder. I think Vermont might be talking to you, Hillbilly.
I know. I'm ignoring him. What do you call people related to you? My wife, Dagenhill says. Well, you know, that watching that thing, that Princess Diana show today, they it was on for 4 hours. It lasted all day. And I just caught bits and pieces and parts of it. But they were talking about her close friends and stuff like that, that she didn't realize that when you marry into the royal family, you're there to do one thing: produce an heir and a backup. That's what they call it, an heir and a backup. After you get the heir and the backup, that's it. Your husband don't want nothing to do with you no more. So he's supposed to go find his side chick, and you're supposed to go find your side boyfriend. And you're not supposed to talk about it. That's just the way it is. And I'm like, that's crazy. And people they're too inbred. They done lost their minds. Poppy, how you doing?
I gotta delete some stuff off of my memory card.
I bet.
I've recorded so many videos that I never put up that my memory card's always full.
Today it's different because Happy Saber is drawn outside Mystic Guide, breaking on the turn. So we'll see what kind of trip he can work out today.
Yeah, that's the rumor, Dagenhills. But Dagenhills, they say he looks like the Spencers. So I don't know, but yeah, the bodyguard was the first boyfriend. And then the rugby player or whatever, or the polo player, whatever he was, I think he was the second one. And then there was a doctor who was like the third or the fourth one. And then there was somebody else. And then she ended up with the dude she was with when she got in that automobile accident. Nell wants to know if you're going live and doing the cooking tonight.
I don't really cook on live because it's like you're moving around too much.
She doesn't do cooking live that much, Nell, because she don't want nobody to see her dropping stuff on the floor and picking it up and throwing it back in the pan and not washing the utensils she drops and stuff like that. So she don't want you to see all that.
I can't deal with you.
Have you seen them things in the grocery store where they call crack a egg or something?
Yeah, you just put the egg in the little cup and stick it in the microwave.
That thing's outrageous. It's like $3 and something, I think, down here at the grocery store. She doesn't want people to see the food delivered. That's right.
Really?
It's the snot running down her nose that bugs her. Oh, that bugs me, Vermont says. Wow. Wow.
See, now he's just being mean. Now he's just being mean.
Yeah, SF Rose thinks he's a saint. She doesn't know the real Vermont. Microwave eggs are yucky. Yeah, I know those. Those ones I bought, Vermont, were nasty, dude. That comes in like the milk carton. Them things are nasty.
Oh, the like egg whites.
No, it's just regular old eggs. Supposed to be eggs. I don't
Oh,
know what they are.
yeah, they have egg whites like that too in a milk carton.
They're nasty.
So if you do something, you want to make something with egg whites, you don't have to crack a bunch of eggs and waste the yolks.
Neil said, I bet he ate sugar again. Absolutely. He's got Lexus with him.
Oh yeah, he's using her as an excuse. Cookie for baby, 2 cookies for grandpa.
Jeff, it's one of them things. It's got like cheese and peppers and onions and stuff that comes in a microwavable cup thingy. And I
Mm-hmm.
guess you break the egg and put it in there and stir it up and cook it in the microwave. I
Yep.
saw it on TV. Yeah, we had powdered eggs on the submarine, Daggin Hills. We had
Ugh.
fresh eggs for the first 3 or 4 days when we'd leave port. And after that, we had powdered eggs.
He's snorting pixie sticks. Why am I watching horse racing? Where is the remote? He went off to the shower and left me in here watching damn horse racing. Got to be something else. We only have 500 damn channels. Oh, look, Yellowstone's on.
Yeah, it's on the marathon. I told you it come on today.
I forgot.
I've been recording it. It started this morning.
Do they have it on Netflix?
It's the first 3 seasons. I don't know if it's on Netflix or not, but it's on Paramount Channel or something
Yeah,
like that.
that's what I'm seeing it on.
That's what I've been recording it all day. It started like 10 or 11 o'clock today, I think, or 12 o'clock, something like that. And it's like the first
Yeah,
3
because it's on
seasons of it.
episode 5. Let me see. Good Bones is on. I'll watch that until he comes back and takes over the remote.
Daggin Hill says, I've been watching Mannix. Dang, dude, you
know.
old schooling it. That's one show I never did like.
What?
Mannix.
I don't even know what that is.
That black-headed dude that was like a private detective or whatever, I think it was. I think that's what that was. And Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
In the entryway, they started preserving this wood by cleaning.
Did y'all ever have that thing called Shock Theater that come on every Saturday?
All of the wood is in really good shape, but there are a few areas that are damaged. Someone's dug out of
I've been watching Have Gun Will Travel lately.
areas with wood that's in
Wow, Vermont. That's like that dude that played Hogan on Hogan's Heroes. He was a pervert.
hands of repairing. Tim is a fantastic trim carpenter. He's been doing this for 30 years, so he's seen a lot of problems that he's had to fix. So he has this inventory of solutions.
You ever seen the show Good Bones with the mother and daughter got 2 chicks and a hammer is the name of their business?
Participate was
No.
of the backwood with a circular saw. Then had to make a few cuts with an oscillating tool because you couldn't get the circular saw in all the places.
I have not.
Replaced the backwood with new oak, and he cut new trim pieces to match the trim pieces.
But anyway, oh shoot. I've been on here for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Good Lord, have mercy.
Well, look at all that watch time you're getting.
I got things I need to be doing though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a shower and then I'm gonna go grill. I think Sid's daughter and her fiance are gonna stop by here on their way back from Houston.
Who's coming by?
Well, we don't know for sure if they're coming or not, but it's Sid's daughter and her significant other.
She getting married?
They will eventually. They're trying to have a baby and everything, but her divorce was supposed to be final on Thursday, and her ex-husband's lawyer had emergency surgery from, I don't know if it was like an appendix or something like that, and then so they had to reset the case. She was so mad.
Well, Jeff
But they-
says Sounds like my ex-wife and her mama, 2 chicks and a hammer.
Well,
Yep.
you
Sounds
better
like
make
he-
sure Mama
he
got
fit-
something for supper.
He fits right in here.
Right? What
But
you
anyway,
make
guys,
Mama for supper?
we're going to have leftover chili
Oh yeah, you did say that.
and a peanut butter sandwich.
Are you?
But guys,
Well,
everybody be safe out there. I appreciate everybody that come by today. I truly do. Thank y'all. If you guys don't come to the live stream tomorrow, I hope you have a happy 4th of July. Be safe if you're on the roads. Be safe.
Let me see the TV guy answer.
I don't know if Sonia's going live tonight or not. Tonight's Saturday night. I don't know if she goes live tonight or not.
Sucking bags.
But anyway, guys, I appreciate you. Everybody be safe. Remember, always be good to yourself, be good to each other, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you,
Bye,
Tony.
y'all. Bye.